What's going on, everyone? It's Alex. Thanks for checking out the video, joining me back on the channel. I really appreciate it. So today I'm actually right now driving home from work, just got off work, and today I decided to make a video for my Honda and Acura guys. So if you can't already tell, I'm in my 98 Acura Integra. I've been driving it pretty much daily. It's a good commuter car, so I've been taking it back and forth to work. And in previous videos, I have talked about, how nice this car is for what it is and its age, and, that I'm pretty much saying that I really like the car. So the more I thought about that, I kind of started asking myself, is there anything I really don't like about the car? And now I'm not talking about, things related to the age of the car, but I was thinking in terms of overall design, if there's anything that I didn't like. And I really thought for a while, and there's really not much that I could say to really complain about the car. I mean, it's a great car for what it is. It's great for commuting. It gets decent gas mileage, and for what it is, especially back in the 90s, it was just an all-around great car, and still is. But all that considered, I mean, there's always complaints you have about a car. No matter how perfect it is, you're always going to have something to complain about, something you don't like. And the first one is the power, or kind of lack thereof. Now again, back in the 90s, this car, especially for a four-cylinder, had a decent amount of power. It has 170 horsepower. It is fun to drive, but it's not really a quick car at all. And you combine the fact that it only has 170 horsepower with the Florida heat, and the fact that you're basically using the air conditioner at all times, it really does suck some extra power out of it and becomes an even slower car. There's times in the heat of the day with the AC cranking that I feel like if I got out of the car and pushed it, it would actually be faster. But again, it's only a 1.8 liter, small four-cylinder engine, and it made decent power for the day. It's almost 100 horsepower per liter, which is really impressive even in today's standards. So another small complaint I would have is the cruise control. Now with most cars, you get up to your speed, let's say 70, 75 miles an hour, you cruise on the highway, and you click the button to set the cruise control, and it stays there. So with this car and other Hondas of the 90s, you get your car to the speed that you want it, you click, you hit the cruise control to set the speed, and it doesn't stay there, it drops a couple miles per hour, so not bad, but it does drop, and then it comes back up. So say we want to set the cruise control at 70 miles an hour, so we're at 70 now, so I'm going to hit the button, and you can see it drops slightly, and then slowly it goes back up. I guess it maybe thinks that, you want to go a little slower or whatnot, but I don't know, it's a little annoying. Again, not that big of a deal, but it's kind of like one of those things where you get up to speed, and especially on the highway where, like I said, this car doesn't, isn't the fastest thing, you get up to speed, you set the cruise control, and then it drops back down. And the third complaint that I have related to design, which I think is my biggest complaint of this car, is the cup holders. So to begin with, there's only two of them. There's none in the doors, it's just in the center console here. But on top of that, they are very tiny, and as far as I'm concerned, they're in probably the worst position, especially if you have a Honda that is a stick shift. So they're situated in such a way that they're directly between the stick shift or the shifter and the radio. So here's the lovely cup holders. As you can see, they're very close to the shifter as it is, and pretty much all they're good for is a bottle of water, and even that, it turns up the volume when you don't want to, or if it's over here, it changes the channel, and then it's super close when you're shifting the car. Something like my coffee mug here, there's no fitting that in there, so most of the time that just ends up right there. But regardless, that's something I wish was different. They could have put it, kind of maybe where the armrest is, or maybe a couple in the door. But again, this is just me being super, super picky. So the fourth and final thing that I can come up with that I don't like about this car would probably be the quality of the paint, or basically how long that it lasts. So the 90s Hondas, especially the darker colors, are known to fade quite a bit, mostly on the roof, the hood, and the top of the trunk. So basically the top parts of the car. On this car, it's pretty significant, and it's actually got me considering to, respray the top of the car. So as you can see here, nice and faded. Not much of the hood is original color, and same with the roof here and back on the trunk. So it seems like with these 90s Hondas, no matter where you live or how well you can take care of your car, it seems like inevitably the paint's gonna fade. I think in that regard, Honda could have done a little bit of a better job, at least producing a paint that would be better in the long run. So unfortunately, or fortunately I guess, that's about it. I really can't think of too much else that I really don't like or even hate about this car. overall, this is a great car for what it is. It's a great beginner car. It's great to learn how to drive stick if you get the, the stick shift model, and it's honestly a great car to learn how to work on. These 90s Hondas are super easy to work on. They're super cheap, so even if you mess something up, it's not going to break your bank to fix. And if you take care of these cars, they pretty much last forever. This car, I just turned 172,000, and it drives so amazingly. It's smooth, and pretty much everything works in the car. Power windows, locks. Again, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's just a really great car. So thanks for watching the video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Like I said, let me know what you don't like about your Acura or other Honda that you may have. But honestly, I was really hard pressed to come up with just a few things that I don't like about the car. As I said, I'm on my way home from work now. I have to do some last minute hurricane prep. If you are a fellow Floridian, please be safe. Take all precautions that you need, and hopefully we can all get through this, and the damage won't be too bad. If you're new to the channel, please press subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks to everybody for their continued support. It means the world to me. And like I always say, this channel would be nothing without all of you. So thank you for joining me back on the channel. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and the upcoming weekend. And I'll see you next time.